Hello and welcome back to the 90 plus 2 podcast. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Xander.
And today we are doing our League 2 and League 1 team of the seasons. So this is a part 1 of a 2-parter today. Later on we'll be recording our Championship and Premier League team of the season, so make sure to check out that video. It will be on the channel very soon. So today we have a very special guest joining us. It is a good friend of the channel and podcast now. We've gone from Michael Cooper to Spurty Luca. How's it going, Luca?
Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me again. Pleasure as always. I mean, it's going to be hard to replicate that Cooper podcast, but I'll give it a go.
Hey, it's got to be done. We did a team of the season last year as well, I think. We've got the predictions video still to come. And yeah, we're starting off strong today with our League 2 team of the season. We have also got the 90 plus 2 awards, of course, where we did our player of the season, young player of the season. We had the manager of the season.
And surprise package.
For each
surprise
league.
package team as well, I think. I haven't done a surprise package player because
No, me
it's
neither.
a bit hard to choose. So do you want to start us off, Xander, with your League 2 goalkeeper of the season?
Okay, my League 2 goalkeeper, I went for Crawley Town's Corey Adai.
Oh, interesting.
I don't mind that, actually. That's a good shout.
I think...
Sorry. Carry on.
I think, obviously, Crawley Town, I think they've surprised quite a few. Even myself, I seem to remember the predictions pod quite a few months ago now. I said Crawley were going down.
I put him bottom.
He's been incredible this year. He's got about 4.5 saves per 90. Shout out FootMob for that stats. He's prevented a league high 15.8 goals. Second highest is 9.8. And he's got a save percentage of 76.3. So I thought, for me, he really does deserve to go in the team of the season, purely just because of my team of the season, just because of where Crawley were expected to finish, where they did finish, and just compared to obviously the likes of Wrexham, Stockport, whose goalkeepers did also do well. I just think for the achievement itself, I just think that's why he's going to go in there.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you put that, because that does mean that there is a bit of a mix-up in our teams.
I like that, Xander, because I mean he's a good goalkeeper, big in stature. Obviously he's played last season. Now he's a good penalty save keeper. I didn't actually think of him, so I like that. It's a bit obscure one.
He was at Fulham as well, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. And he went abroad, I think Denmark or
maybe. Yeah.
And he's came into Crawley. So
yeah. Well, I went a bit more basic than that. I went for the Wrexham goalkeeper, Arthur Okonkwo.
I feel like I went for as well.
I've watched him play this year, and he has just been.
He's been brilliant.
He's been unbelievable.
Well, he was good at Crewe when they had him last season on loan. I remember when I watched them against Swindon. So I'm a Swindon fan. If you don't know anyway. So there's no players from them, so I can say that. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like his quality shows. He's on loan from Arsenal, obviously, and there's a reason why he's on loan from there.
Yeah, I think he could definitely be in a Championship club next year.
When they signed him anyway, I thought he's too good for that league. Obviously, they brought him in when Foster retired, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because obviously he didn't have it. He's got 14 clean sheets. Obviously, good goalkeeper, strong, still young for a goalkeeper in 22. So I mean, he's still got room to grow. I could see him go into a Championship team, and Argyle probably could take a keeper like that. I know Cooper is quality, and he's a good friend of these lads here.
But friend of the channel, Michael Cooper.
If he ever does have to leave, I wouldn't mind seeing him as a replacement. 100%.
Yeah, that'd be good. All right, so what have you gone for as your backline formation?
So I went for a back 4.
Yep, same here.
I've gone for 5 at the back.
Fair enough.
Oh, nice.
Classic League 2.
Classic League 2. I've got to do it what League 2 do,
Yeah.
League 2 they normally have one, so I mean, I guess you can do left back, I can do left wing back, I guess probably.
Yeah. I've got a left back, so my left back is Joe Tomlinson from MK Dons.
That's my left wing back.
That's my left back as well.
Well, there you go. 7 goals and 6 assists this year for MK Dons.
Yeah.
It's just been a really solid season for him, hasn't it?
He's quality. We've had him, he's from Swindon actually, and he played for us last 2 seasons on loan from January, and then so he came in January, left, played against Peterborough again, left, then came in January, but he was injury prone. Scored in his debut when against Exeter as well, so you'll like him. And I came back, I watched MK Dons, I went to MK Dons against Swindon in October at Stadium MK, and he was unbelievable. Takes corners from both sides, free kicks, can score 7 goals, was it?
Yeah, 7 goals from
left wing back.
Exactly,
quality.
yeah.
The assists as well. He's got a good link up with that midfield with Gilby, Payne, Kemp, players like that. So yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the. He didn't actually make the team of the season though, did he?
No,
he didn't.
The EFL one was a 3-back.
That was so weird. It was 3-2-2 something.
Yeah, they played a 3-back, and then they did a left winger and a right winger. I think it was just so they could get Jody Jones in, really. But
not that formation because you might see it coming up.
No, well, I have played a back four, and my centre backs are Mickey Demetriou and Fraser Horsfall. You'll see a bit of a recurring theme in my teams where I tend to have a real likening to a player who plays all 46 games in a season. I just absolutely love that. If you've played every game in a season, then I absolutely love that for you. But I'll start off with my left centre back, which is Mickey Demetriou.
Quality.
46 games played, 8 goals and 6 assists from centre back.
I mean, he is some player.
That's unbelievable for him.
Long throw as well. He's got.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember he's been at Newport for a while, hasn't he? So I've watched him throughout the years.
Yeah.
He used to take penalties for them, long throws, and then he went to Crewe. Newport fans weren't happy that he left, but I mean, they were just thinking League Two. Not really much was expected of Crewe at the beginning of the season. Like they might do okay, they might not. Probably mid-table, but he's been a revelation. As soon as he came there, he started scoring goals. I remember in August. So I mean, he's probably one of the easiest choices. They're in the playoffs now as well, so it could be even topped up with a promotion. But I mean.
He's 34 as well, still playing every single game in a season, which was a really competitive physical League Two this year. I've got to give him a lot of credit for that. So he is one of my centre-backs. Who are yours?
My centre-backs were Mickey Demetriou, but I went for Mansfield's Aidan Flint.
Oh, okay.
I think coming down from the Championship, I think, people are probably thinking he's sort of coming to the end of his career, and in the Championship he kind of was struggling, I would say, seeing the last few years, especially with Cardiff, and he was on loan at Stoke last year.
And then Wednesday, wasn't it?
And Wednesday Cup season before, something like that. But yeah, this season at Mansfield, I feel like he's really sort of found himself again. I know he was a Cardiff player, but I always did rate him as a centre-back. Like, he was always quite strong in the air, really dominant, and he's won 300 aerial duels this season.
Yeah, that's quality.
That is quality for a centre-back. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists as well. And I think he's started 45 of the 46 games this season. So for me, he was my centre-back option.
Jamie will like him as well. 46 games played.
Yeah, I know.
2 goals, 2 assists. Loves a header as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, you got one from you got mentioned. Mansfield have struggled to get out of League Two for probably about 10 seasons. He's come in. He's a proper defensive. He's who you want in your team in a League Two level. My granddad, every game he mentioned, he goes, "Wish we had Aidan Flint back." Every single game he goes, "Yeah, Aidan Flint." When he saw him at Mansfield, he's going, "Aidan Flint was quality." We did beat them, but he's still quality. And then obviously, ex-Swindon player. So put that counter how many times I mentioned that. But quality player. And obviously, as I've gone for 3 centre backs, I also went for Fraser Horsfall as well.
Yeah, it was a toss-up between those 2 for me. Yeah, they were the 3 that made the actual team of the season, and it was just I had to get rid of one of them, and I just decided that obviously Horsfall had such a pivotal role in Stockport winning the league, so I just couldn't really look past that, really. Yeah,
I mean, Horsfall as well, when he left Northampton, there was a bit of rumours, why has he gone to Stockport? I think that might have been the season before, season prior, but thinking for the money and stuff. But in the end, it's all come out well for him. Like their star centre-back, for a promising side Stockport that I think they could do well next season in League One. Yeah, definitely. So I think it's all come out well. So, I mean, they'll probably eat 3 of his choices, and obviously they were a team this season, but there's not really anyone else to look at, I don't think.
No, and then we move on to have you got a right back? You've got a right wing back. Go on, Xander.
I went for Bradford's Bradley Halliday.
Okay.
44 games this season, 4 goals, 4 assists. Has been playing at right wing back as well. I think that's quite good.
Luca's exhaling.
Making noises there.
I've not put him in.
No, me neither. Who's yours?
Jody Jones.
Oh, interesting. You put him at right back?
Right wing back.
Oh, really?
He plays left wing back, right wing back this season.
Okay.
When I watched him against Swindon.
I put him a bit further up the pitch.
Well, I'll say Jody's in my team, but I put him a bit further forward.
Yeah, he's a full back. Well, obviously they play 5 at the back, but they tend to change formations, and you could put him anywhere really, but
for me, I put Lucas Akins there because he has got 12 goals and 2 assists this year.
That's pretty impressive.
Play up front sometimes, but I do like that's a good shout though.
I mean, on football, they had his position as right back, so
he's a good player. He's a good player, Lucas Akins. I do like that shot. I mean, he probably has filled in right wing back a few seasons, but he's normally like an attacker. But I think. Obviously, with these formations, formations aren't going to be thing anyway because he got.
He played right back there against Barrow, so it's good enough for me.
He's filled in there. Yeah, he is quality as well. I think he's a good player.
It's like Callum Patterson, isn't it? He can play.
Yeah, exactly. Well. It's like Nigel. He's like Nigel Cluss, fan favourite. Had him at Burton, took him to Mansfield. I think he's a good player. Halliday. I think he's all right. I don't know. He's not outstanding. I don't think he had the best season, but I mean Romeo Hutton for Swindon before he went to Gillingham probably would have made the team if he didn't leave because he had assists. But I went Jones because he's filled in at left wing back and right wing back. 6 goals, 24 assists. Player of the season as well from obviously. I'm sure we'll go on to mention him later on.
Probably switch Jones and Akins in my team then in terms of the positions if I needed to.
Yeah, you're just vibing it.
Yeah.
Lucky's team's not playing on the pitch, so.
Never know. Move into the midfield. So how many?
I did a midfield, 4 left mid, 2 centre mids and a right mid.
I've got midfield 3.
Yeah, same. Do you want to take us away with your left mid then?
My left mid, I went for Will Evans, Newport County. He has played wing back at part times of the season, but also striker.
Good shout, that.
Being phenomenal. I think it's like 16 goals, a bit more than that this season. Swansea were linked with him in January. A lot of clubs were linked with him in the Championship and League One in January. I think he's just had a phenomenal season in terms of how Newport County have done. But for me, I think he has to go in there.
Yeah, I don't mind that shout. Excellent season, 21 goals I think it was in the end. Mostly up front. He started off well, like really, really well. Like he was up with the top goals. It was him and Jake Young. But
21 goals and 3 assists.
Yeah,
46 games.
Yeah,
started every
he's their best player. Newport, another struggling season for them. But he's probably when he's their focal point in the season. I won't be surprised if he does go somewhere else. And with it being in that Welsh area, Cardiff and Swansea will probably be lurking around him. Yeah. He came from the Welsh tier as well, I believe he did.
Yeah, he did.
So having a player like that,
Barlowtown, Cardiff Metropolitan University as well.
There you go.
So he might be going around one of them teams. But that's an obscure shout from you, Xander. I don't mind them.
I've just got 3. I put in just 3 midfielders who just kind of play all around that area. I feel like they're quite obvious, to be honest. One of them, of course, Elliot Lee from Wrexham. He's got to be in there.
Yeah, I've got him as well.
46 games.
They don't call him the White Pele for nothing.
16 goals and 6. Do they?
They do.
The White Pele?
They do.
Okay.
That's his song.
I wouldn't.
16 goals and 6 assists.
Yeah, he's quality. I'd put him in.
Undoubtedly.
I remember when he scored to make it 5-5 against Swindon.
That was brilliant.
What a game that was.
Wow, probably wasn't brilliant. Quality player. I mean, everything that seems to work goes around him. Yeah. He's probably their focal point for the club. Loves the long-range shot, free kick, anything like that. Dribbles around players.
Ex-Championship player as well.
Yeah, he's too good. He's too good for League Two, and I think he'll kick on straight away in League One as well. Yeah. I'm surprised what Wrexham do in League One, but he's an obvious choice, and I've gone for him as well.
I went for him as well.
Yeah. I've also, which is another very obvious choice, is Davis Keeler-Dunn.
Same. That was
obviously,
my midfielders.
46 games, 22 goals, 10 assists. Honestly, he was very close to being my player of the season as well.
Yeah, he is 22 goals, 10 assists.
From midfield is
in
just
that,
mad.
like behind a striker.
Yeah.
In
I'd say he is quite naturally a striker. But, Tabby reference.
Yeah, big up Tabby. So he plays in that, behind.
I kind of felt bad like dropping him down to like a central midfielder, but for me, I wanted to put 2 strikers.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, my team is just completely vibesing it. Like you'll see it in the attack. Like I've just
in the actual team, he was deployed in like an attacking midfield role. So I mean, if the EFL can do it, we can do it.
Yeah.
You've got to put him in. You've got to fit players like Keeler-Dunn somehow. Once again, he's took this Mansfield team that struggled to get promotion each year, and they've got it. He's been quality for League Two for a while. I've been watching the highlights of League Two for numerous years now.
Numerous years.
At Oldham, he was quality as well. He went to Burton. I thought he was going to kick on. He sort of struggled in League One. I didn't think there was really a step up, but it's sort of like he started to struggle. But he's come back down to League Two. He's been on fire. I don't see him not being on fire in League One again with Mansfield. So yeah, he's got to be in there. 22 goals and 10 assists, 32 goal contributions. It's just.
So they were your 2 centre mids then.
Yeah.
Who was your final midfielder?
Well, my final midfielder, I did Jody Jones.
Okay.
For me, obviously he plays a bit more left wing back, right wing back, but I wanted to put him a little bit higher up the pitch. 24 assists this season. There's a league high.
In a mid-table team.
Yeah, they would be another potential for surprise package in how badly they did.
Yeah,
because in the league as well.
They were flying, Williams, and then I can never remember, Stuart Maynard's came in.
I thought you were going to say, I can never remember where he went.
No, I couldn't. Where did he go? Stuart Maynard came in. They struggled, but Jody Jones, honestly, he's just been phenomenal. I mean, he had that horrible knee injury a few years ago when he was he at Oxford then?
I think it's Coventry.
Coventry, but he's come back, came down to the National League on loan from Oxford, played well, come into League Two, played well. I'm only sure he'll do well in League One if Notts County get up there one day. Well, they really should with their squad.
He might go somewhere, you never know.
Yeah, he might leave in the summer.
Swansea. Potentially.
Yeah, I mean, he's a quality player. I mean, I saw him in the flesh as well, and he seemed like bulked up a bit. He's stronger, which I really I commend him for. I think it must be due to his injuries that he's bulked up to get stronger, so maybe he doesn't get many injuries. Because I've watched him a few times when he was at Coventry, and he went on loan to Dagenham Redbridge, I believe, as well, and he was quality there. And then when he was at Coventry, everyone thought he's going to be their next best thing. Everyone with his injuries, I thought, his career's done. I think he was out for like a year or something. And he's come back this season. It's been his breakthrough season, and I really hope he just kicks on because he's a really nice lad off the pitch as well. I've seen on social media. So, yeah.
Well, he was also in my team just further up the pitch.
1,087 successful passes this season.
Quality.
That is incredible.
Malta International as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Malta International, yeah.
I've got one other midfielder as well as my CDM midfielder, Louis Reed from Mansfield.
Okay, Louis Reed, yeah.
You never guess who he used to play for.
Swindon?
Ex-Swindon player. Now that's not...
Really?
Tavistock?
No, wish he did. But 2 goals, 3 assists from midfield, but that's not his game, it's the touches. So compared to every other player in the league, only 5% of players have more touches per game than he does.
There you go.
So that shows he gets the ball, it just creates everything. He's also good defensively. Can score a worldie when he needs to as well. Remember at Swindon we need to get up in the playoffs, he scored a worldie against Barrow. He's just that player. He's just like, if you're in trouble, give him the ball, he'll calm it down, play it out. It's just players like that, you don't really get any more quality. Just like you can watch them all the time. And we let him go in January last season. Probably one of the worst things we've ever done. But another quality player. Obviously, he's already been promoted with Sheffield United and Peterborough from League One. So there's another promotion on his CV with Mansfield.
Yeah, I mean, I have one more central midfielder as well, and I've gone for Daniel Crowley from Notts County, who started all 46 games, 15 goals and 10 assists, 25 goal contributions.
Incredible player.
You can't look past that.
No.
You're shaking your head.
Yeah, he's a bit of a stats merchant. So obviously Notts County, their stats are going to look higher than everyone else because they win every game 5-4 or lose every game 4-5, whatever. So when I watched him against Swindon, he was not very good, but I think he is a good player. I'm not sure if I'll put him in in my 11, but I would give him an honourable mention, But I think there's a few better players you could put in.
Interesting. Well, that's the reason why we do these seasons, to get the debates.
Well, Notts County finished the season 89 goals scored, 86 conceded.
That's incredible, isn't it?
That is incredible.
You should be
That's like me on career mode.
Yeah, that is me on career mode as well. You should be near the top with that many goals. You should be way near the top.
Yeah.
And then with that many goals conceded, you should be down. So I don't know how they've managed to get mid-table. Was incredible.
Just because they draw every game.
But how did they manage to be near the top with that record at the beginning of the season? It's incredible.
So we move on to the attack. How many attackers do you have?
I went for a front two.
Front two as well, yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. I went for I guess it is kind of a front two because I've got 2 strikers there. But again, my formation has just been kind of vibes. So
Jamie Townsend.
I wonder whether we will have the same strikers, all 3 of us.
I crossed a few of mine out. I was so...
I feel like one of them will definitely be across all 3. Macaulay Langstaff.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't going to put him in, but I had to.
Really?
Really?
I don't think he's that... I think once again, it's the goals. But then, once again, you've got to put him in there for his all-round... for just goals. But
I think, Macaulay Langstaff, for me, that's his first season in the EFL. And to pick up sort of where he left off last season, to win the top goal scorer 2 years in a row, obviously National League, League Two, completely different leagues, completely different opposition, but to carry that on is just incredible, especially, like I said, his first year in the EFL.
I do think he is good striker, but I just thought maybe it's just goals that he brings.
I don't know, from when I watched the highlights, he actually looked really decent. He looked like he was good in the build-up play.
I mean, from what I've heard of him from... Obviously, like listening to Luke Williams and that, like he says, like his work off the ball, like the runs,
I thought it was
making the pressuring runs. His pressing is all good. So I think he's quite an all-rounder, and I feel like that in a way is kind of he can use that to his advantage because if you do like the hard work, you can do that in any league.
Yeah.
I think he will go to a higher level this season, especially with Notts County not getting promoted as well.
Swans.
So he could go to Swansea, unfortunately.
He will go to Swansea.
Well, he will.
I really hope so.
Because of that Baldy they've got.
Yeah, so that bold forward manager. But yeah, so
you hate him, don't you?
Yeah, he's an awful manager. I won't go into it here, but that can be for another one. But yeah, I do think he is a good striker. But I feel like, well, I've put him in my team. I have, so I can't. But there are other strikers. There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah,
that's probably what I could say.
So your other striker is?
Paul Mullin.
Yeah, same.
There we are. There we go.
Once again, I was like, oh, is it obvious? I was going to put Matt Smith from Salford because the goals he scored for a team that probably were near the bottom and looked like they could have been dragged into relegation.
Yeah.
Halfway through the season is incredible.
Probably kept him up.
Yeah, believe so. Yeah, well, I think he got a hat trick at Wrexham, something like that. He was he's quality at the beginning of the season. There's some honourable mentions as well to Jake Young, but I mean, if he was Swindon for the whole season and I didn't record him back and not play him, Bradford, I'm talking to you, then he could have been in there. But yeah, I think Mullin and Langstaff are the obvious choices, but they should be.
I mean, Mullin come back from that lung injury as well. I mean, obviously it's not quite like an ACL injury, but having a punctured lung like that, or whatever, was it collapsed lung or something like that? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was collapsed lung. Yeah,
something like that. That could affect you in a completely different way. Because obviously, are you going to breathe the same? Are you going to be able to be as fit as you once were and to still come out and do that and help Wrexham gain promotion, be their top scorer once again? I know he's done it at League One level, and him going down to the National League was probably crazy. But to keep doing that after that sort of injury, I feel like it needs to be commended. Yeah,
I mean, 24 goals. He pulls them out when they needed. Another team like Notts County that do score a lot of goals.
Yeah,
and they don't get feared going down like 3-1 or anything. They know they're going to come back. Just keep going. And he's probably the focal point of that. He's really improved in the box as well, I believe. When he gets it in the middle, he can just back to goal, turn, smash one in, which is a proper striker. Previously, I don't think he might have been he's sort of on the purple patch, but now he's turned into, with his probably non-leagues, probably helped him with the lesser opponent. So he can try more things. It's put him up. He's more like a complete striker now, so I'd be excited to see what he does in League One.
Yeah, so I feel like that rounds off both of our 11s. Some interesting choices in there from all of us.
Lucas Akins at right back is an interesting choice.
He plays at right back. He clearly played there.
Yeah, right? No, so I commend the vibes.
So now on to manager.
Are you going to start with manager?
Yeah, might as well start manager of the season.
Go on then.
Well, it's just the way I wrote it on my list. But we can start a player if you want.
Well, I know. I feel like we'll all have the same manager. I think.
Will we?
Yeah.
I put Scott Lindsay.
We won't all have the same manager then. I put Dave Challinor.
Me and Xander will have the same. Scott Lindsay. I've put Crawley to go straight down. The recruitment they've brought in as well. Players from National League, National League South.
True.
Clady Lawless.
Yeah, players. Some players came from.
He's turned into quite some player this year.
Centre mid as well. He is an honourable mention.
He's all right.
Quality player. So
still very skinny. I went for Dave just because of League Champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
they didn't do it last year. They beat Wrexham to the title.
Yeah, that's true. But with they do have good squads. So
yeah, true. I feel like I just kind of, unless it is if Crawley had got automatic promotion, then obviously
they could still go up though.
Yeah, true.
But just as I was saying,
we should have waited till after the playoffs.
Same for Corey Adai. I was just saying with Crawley, predicted them to go down. The job he's done there to get them to 7th. I mean, even the team, I probably wouldn't say it was a playoff qualifying team.
No, not at all.
On paper. So the job he's done there is brilliant, and that's why I feel. Yeah, that's why I put him for a man.
Players like Danilo Orsi that at Grimsby he wasn't really harrowed as well. Wasn't their best. Not known for his goals. I think he might have got 4 goals before. Yeah. And then at Crawley's leading the line, 15. I think plus 15 goals a season. Ronan Darcy midfield, Carly Lawless as well. Players like that. Adam Campbell.
Ex-Swindon Darcy there.
Could be. Well, Scott Lindsay's ex-Swindon manager. I didn't rate him as a manager at Swindon, but he's turned around and done a good job at Crawley. So got to commend him for that. So yeah, he is my manager of the season.
Well, we won't all have the same manager then. We won't. We definitely won't have the same player of the season because by the sounds of what Lucas said, he said he's just a stats merchant. So who's your player of the season?
I went for Jody Jones.
Interesting. I went for Langstaff.
Jody Jones as well.
Oh, for God's sake!
So just for coming in, thank you, mate. Just for coming in and being injured for that long and coming into the team and getting that many. It's just playing that much football. Yeah. So probably at this season they probably expected then just to, if you stay fit. I don't know what. Obviously we don't know him, so we don't know what his ambitions were for the season. Yeah. But I don't think he could have managed getting that many assists.
I just think as well, obviously he has played at League 2 and League 1
Yeah.
level before, going down to the National League, obviously after a big injury, you kind of think, can he still do it?
Yeah.
And he's shown he can do it and more. Because I think coming back in,
Yeah.
even for a player of his quality, from National League to League 2 and getting the record amount of assists in a League 2 campaign, just incredible. And he broke the record by like December or something, January time. I mean, that's just incredible.
And the mid-table as well at the end of it.
Yeah.
And he still kept providing assists. If they did go on and win a game, which they didn't really do too many at the end of the season, he was still getting like 3 assists a game.
Yeah.
It's just incredible what he was doing. Both wings, fullback this was from as well.
Yeah.
Fullback or on the wing, but he's playing
wing-back,
different positions. It's like, you just got to commend him for it. And yeah, he did win it. Obviously, the official one as well.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be a bit different. Like, obviously,
Fair enough. I was close between Macca and Joe Jones.
Okay.
I wasn't even going to play with my team, so.
That makes me feel not a lot better. Young player of the season?
I went for Arthur Okonkwo of Wrexham.
Okay. How old is he?
He's 22.
22, 21, something like that.
I kind of like restricted it to make sure the players were 21 or under.
Yeah.
On my young player of the season. So I went for Max Dean.
I also went for Max Dean. He's
okay, cool.
Quality player.
Thank God.
Max Dean was...
I've got one right.
I was going to put Max Dean in my full team.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Scouser, great player.
I was tempted to put him in my full team.
I'm pretty sure he was at Leeds United.
Yeah, he was at Leeds United. He's obviously 20. Younger than us as well, so... Maybe my career's over.
Not me.
18 goals, 32 games.
Yeah. Pretty impressive for that age.
For that age as well. I mean, the goals he scored as well. Like, you got to commend it for him. He scored against first goal to open against Swindon as well. I predict Chelsea's dagger comes on when he scored as well. I was like, yeah, that's good. But yeah, just quality play, quick in behind. He could have scored about 4 in that day.
Yeah.
So many chances. I didn't really know too much about him before he came, but
I remember watching a video of him on YouTube and just like there was clips in there from when he was at Leeds. And he was just phenomenal. Like just the way in and around the box, his movement, everything, like the runs he made was just incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally to round her off with surprise of the season. So I've actually gone for Swindon Town because it's a surprise how badly they've done. No, I'm joking.
Thank you, mate.
No, Crawley.
I went for Crawley and Doncaster.
I went for Crawley and Morecambe.
Okay.
I predicted Morecambe to go down with all the players they're bringing in as well.
Yeah.
Players that no one else wanted, players like either released from the National League or like Jordan Slew. I'm like, no one wanted him.
Player.
And he was a player, but no one wanted him at the time. And they've brought these players in, and they've
Oscar Throwclub.
They genuinely looked like they were going to get playoffs at one point.
They got
and then they got the massive points deduction.
So and obviously with Crawley as well.
Morecambe. Right there.
we can't mention him without Crawley. We already touched them a lot.
Yeah, we've already mentioned it.
Labour quality.
I went for Doncaster just purely because of where they were, like match day 30 or whatever,
incredible.
and to finish in 5th.
Incredible.
Yeah. I mean, that's an incredible run. Brilliant job done by Grant McCann as well, and they could be in League One.
They made me look alright as I predicted them to finish in the playoffs, and I kept looking back at it and going, that might be the worst prediction I've ever done in my life. But now it's come out alright, so
that's how I feel about Crawley.
Yeah, same.
Well, there you go. That rounds off League 2. Coming up very soon, we've got our League 1 predictions. Welcome back. We have now got our League 1 team of the season. So, as usual, Xander, kick us off.
I went for the Lincoln goalkeeper, Lucas Bornhoff Jensen.
Oh, nice.
I just think Lincoln, I think they surprised quite a few people this season.
Yeah.
He's been pretty good in goal as well. And I think he has been quite a key player in helping them get up the table.
Yeah, I believe, I went for the same year. Jensen, 19 clean sheets, unlucky not to get in the playoffs our final day.
Yeah.
Obviously losing to Portsmouth and not to getting in, but yeah, I think 19 clean sheets, as I said, saved 1 penalty save as well, commanding goalkeeper for a team that were in form come the end of the season. So obviously before tailing off. So yeah.
Yeah, it was a toss-up between him and Norris for me, the Pompey keeper. I did end up choosing Norris purely just because they won the league.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's the league-winning goalkeeper, 19 clean sheets, as I've said. But it was close between those two. But I think Norris just pipped it for me. So what formation have you gone for here then?
I went for a 4-3-3, so I've got back four, midfield three, and a front three.
What about you?
4-4-2.
Okay. And I went for a something. I'll work it out as we go along. I think it's a 4-4-2 as well. Yes, because I've got two strikers, so it must be.
Just for vibes.
Yes. So kick us off, left back.
Left back, I went for Peterborough's Harrison Burrows.
Yes,
Yeah, it's got to be one of the obvious
Obviously,
choices of the list, isn't it? Surely
He's had a brilliant season.
Yeah.
Vice captain for them as well.
Yeah, 6 goals. Isn't he?
Yeah, not quite in the league, but that goal he scored in the final.
We still got to mention it as it's like Papa John's. It's still equivalent.
Yeah.
2 goals, that goal over. I don't know if he meant it or not, but he's won.
Yeah.
It
was incredible either way.
He's won Peterborough Trophy, 14 assists. Still got something that could go back to Wembley and obviously do something else again. Their team's quality in Peterborough, so he's another player coming from that illustrious academy they've got there at Peterborough.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I feel like that was a nailed-on one for all of us. I've gone for 2 centre-backs here.
Yep.
Who have you gone for?
I've gone for 2 centre-backs as well. I've gone Carl Piergianni of Stevenage, and I've gone for Erin Cashin of Derby County.
That's exactly what I've gone for as well.
I was going to, and then again, I feel like the league bias came in. I went for Connor Shaughnessy over, how do you say his name?
Piergianni? I'm guessing that's how you say it.
So I went for Cashin, yes, and then I went for Shaughnessy over Piergianni. So again,
I was very close to going for Ronnie
He did
Edwards
win
as
the
well.
league compared to Piergianni. Obviously, he didn't even get in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like I guess you could say it's slightly biased towards because they have won the league. Like there's a reason why they.
Obviously Stevenage were predicted to go down. So
I think I predicted Stevenage should go down.
2 assists, 43 games, average rating of 7.5 per game for Piergianni is incredible.
Yeah, so it was really tight between those.
He was good at Oldham as well, Salford. So yeah, he's doing well in League One come the end of his career. But yeah, Cashin as well. Promotion for Derby.
Yeah, exactly.
Young defender, 44 games, 3 goals, posing centre back. Just get stuck in if he has to as well. Tucks his shirt in as well, which he's old school with that. So
I like that from you.
You got to rate that.
258 aerial duels won as well. I mean, that's just quality.
And then right back, did you go for a right back?
Yep, I went for Josh Dacres-Cogley of Bolton Wanderers.
Yeah, same
here. There's not many right backs, actually.
No.
Big Josh Cogley, 3 goals, 5 assists, 44 games.
Yeah.
Simple as really.
Simple, yeah.
Quality for Bolton, got him for free from Tranmere when his contract ended. Came in, did the job, assists, still in the playoffs.
I was surprised at how old he was.
Yeah.
28 years old, I didn't think he was...
No, I used to be at Birmingham, didn't he, I believe. Yeah. So I didn't think he was that old either, but yeah, he could top it off once again with promotion.
On to the midfield. What have you got? 3 central midfielders?
3 central midfielders, yeah. I went for, we'll start with the right side of one, Cameron Brannigan.
Yep.
Pretty clear. I think he's always quite consistent in that Oxford midfield.
It ain't in his team, I'll tell you that right now.
I know, look, you described him as a bit of a pen merchant, but I would say for Oxford, like I said, he's always there. He's always doing bits. So for me,
he's in my team as well. 12 goals, 9 assists, as you said. I don't think you can look past that, really.
No.
He's their
He's
their captain as well.
I think he is their captain. Yeah.
Captain, fantastic.
It's like $8,000 a week in League One. Like he can do that. Yeah, he's a pen merchant. Like, yeah.
You've still got to put him away.
I'm not gonna say he's a bad player because he's not. But I feel like he is too good for Oxford, and there must be reasons why he's staying there. And if they do get up, it's a great season for him. But yeah, I think there's more quality players. I've actually gone for. I look back at my team now. I've not gone for 2 strikers. I've gone for 4-5-1. So I've got 3 midfielders, centre midfielders. So I'll start with my first one. It's Josh Sheehan from Bolton.
He almost went in mine. Almost went in mine.
I mean, I remember last season, I would seeing a few fans being like, for Bolton, they wanted to get rid of him. There's a few links with teams in League One. He wasn't getting. And then this year, 12 assists, 2 goals from a more defensive. He's moved more defensively now this season, and he's been quality.
Ex-Swansea Academy product as well.
Ex-Swansea, yeah. Newport as well as quality.
Yeah, Newport.
Played for Wales a few times as well, I believe.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Even playing for Wales at Newport is a quality achievement.
Yeah, I remember reading that. League 2 player in the Welsh national team.
Yeah, it is quality. So he's done really well. And I always knew he was a good player, but this season he's obviously done a bit more. And he's helping Bolton into the playoffs, which obviously is where they should be around that area. And yeah, they can obviously still go and win it. So.
Yeah, so I went for my other central midfielder was Marlon Pack.
I also went for Marlon Pack.
He's in my team as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was inevitable, wasn't it? Like,
ex-Bristol City?
Yeah.
Ex-Cardiff as well, yeah. Ex-Championship player,
yeah.
I mean...
He's led his former team to promotion.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you need to say. Former club to promotion. I think he came through the academy as well. 3 goals, 9 assists, proper centre midfielder, isn't he? You'd want him in your team. Anyone would.
My final central midfielder I went for was Karamoko Dembele.
I also went for Karamoko
Interesting.
Dembele.
What a player, honestly. I mean, like, I remember him coming on the scene at Celtic, and I remember his
15,
debut.
Yeah.
He was incredible, and then he just seemed to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then now he's at Brest, and he came on loan to Blackpool, and I know he can play on the wing, but this season's kind of occupied that central midfield, attacking midfielder role, and he's just done really well in League One.
Like that from you.
I've also gone for him. 8 goals, 13 assists.
Yeah.
Moved all in that midfield, but tricky on the ball. Obviously, he's still a diminutive player, but so he's run around, can take crosses, anything like that. Obviously, he was like a right winger at Celtic. He's gone to Brest now, and obviously couldn't really fit in his first season, but I think he's been outstanding. Blackpool fans want him.
Yeah,
and
I'd say he's done quite well as well for his height, because he's only like 5'5", 5'6", something like that.
It's quite tall. That's fair. He's doing well.
I need to sit out.
What a
I
player
only
he
went
is.
for 2 central midfielders.
Fair enough.
And I had 2 wingers in mind,
Same.
or like kind of midfielders. So I had Mr. He's got no neck, but he's got a Nathaniel Mendes-Lang. He is in my team. Is he in yours?
Yeah, he's in mine as well.
Luca?
He's in mine,
What can you say? 9 goals, 16 assists. Derby promoted. And I remember watching him last year with Argyle. He is a brilliant footballer.
Yeah.
Quite simply.
I've got here 16 assists, 9 goals, great chat, and strong and quick.
Exactly.
Does what it says on the tin. He's quality. He's too good for the League One level anyway.
There's a reason why he's going up to the Championship.
He's so strong on the ball. Loves a good cross. Can just bend one in. He's been playing as a striker at sometimes if needed as well, with like Dwight Gale's absence. So, Derby back where they belong probably.
Yeah, my other winger I put in Kwame Poku from Peterborough.
Oh, not.
I don't mind it.
He's not in mine though.
He's not in my team either, but I don't mind it.
I thought you were about to say the same one that I've got because the way you started, but mine is Ephron Mason-Clark.
Yeah,
that's another good shout.
14 goals, 7 assists.
Got to move to Coventry.
He did.
In January as well.
Loaned him back out.
Yeah,
I think he's a really good player. I think I've known him for a long time because he came from Barnet, and I was like, from Barnet, but he's quality. He's got a few good goals last season. I think against Port Vale, scored a wonder goal.
Yeah.
And then this season, he's come in, hit the ground off. Coventry should be exciting to see there. But I've not actually gone for him. I've gone for Femi Aziz from Reading. This is an obscure one.
Heavily rumoured with Argyle in January.
He is quality.
I think it was literally like as close as like the final day the papers weren't signed.
You should have signed. He's
genuinely.
He's got the world at his feet. 9
I
assists.
wonder why they weren't signed.
9 assists. 8 goals from him from the wing. Lots of stand-up players. So he stands them up, takes them on. He can go inside. I watched him against Wigan. I just went to a game. He's got a beauty. Just the ball came back to him. His left foot smashed it top corner. There's a little bit of dancing as well. He loves it. He
definitely would have been a good Finzaz.
Well, he's also still rumoured with coming to Argyle this summer.
I would honestly. I think I'm so impressed with him with some of the goals he scored this season as well. For a struggling Reading side, we've got to say that they're still not the best team. Obviously, they've got better players, but where their points to do with deductions. So to have him, I feel like maybe it's a bit of an obscure one, but I just feel like you've got to take notice for him because I feel like he's.
No, I don't mind that at all. And then, have you finished off your midfield?
Yes, my midfield is done.
Is that yours done? So the attackers, I do have 2 strikers.
I just have the one.
I have one as well, which is pretty obvious who it is.
Yeah, so I went for 2 because obviously I didn't have a midfielder, but I had Mr. Colby Bishop, 21 goals, 3 assists, champion, and Mr. Alfie May, 23 goals and 1 assist, who I'm still salty that Argyle didn't sign last summer because we definitely should have.
Yeah, I've got Alfie May as well, top scorer in the league for a team that finished 16th.
He's not Alfie May.
Oh, Colby Bishop?
Nope. I went for Devante Cole at Barnsley.
Nah, that's mad. No.
Well, I went based on the fact that I looked at goals scored and how many of those were penalties. He scored 18 and none of those were penalties. And I feel for me, that is what put him ahead of them too.
Penalties do count.
I know penalties count.
Oh, here he is. Where's Mr. Cameron Brannigan now?
Yeah, well. Yeah, but at least Alfie May is 16th.
Yeah.
Charlton's 16th, and they had a threat of relegation.
I love Alfie May.
And he scored 23 goals. He's
unbelievable.
Incredible. He's too good for League One. Argyle should have signed him. I said Argyle should have signed him, but I saw him against Cheltenham in that Papa John's game. You can't not put Alfie May in the team.
Well, I've put Devante Cole in. That was my decision.
Ooh.
All right, I'll speak to Alfie May. I'll tell him.
I'll personally ensure that Alfie May comes to Argyle this summer.
Devante Cole, Yeah, quality player. He's done well this season. So has Colby Bishop as well. I mean, as I've only got one striker, then I was like, well, Alpha Mare's top goal scorer, I've got to put him in.
Yeah.
But Colby Bishop, yeah,
I had to put big Kobe in there. I mean, yeah, again, champions striker.
Yeah, I don't mind both them shouts, but not putting out.
Not more goals than Argyle's top goal scorer last year when we went up. Who was it? Probably Hardy.
Hardy with 13. It was.
Yeah, well there you go. He's got 10 more than that. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't mind any of them shouts, but I think not putting Alpha Mare in is criminal.
I don't mind any of those shouts, but I don't like Devante Carl.
No, I like Devante Carl. I just wouldn't put him in over the players.
All right. Well, as we started last time with the manager, do the same thing again.
Yep.
Manager of the season.
I'm fairly certain we've gone for the same.
This one surely has to be obvious, isn't it?
John Mousinho.
John Mousinho.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Who needs Mourinho?
Yeah, he's just done an amazing job.
He's a player, wasn't he? He was just a player like Burton and Oxford, like a centre back. Then Portsmouth just bring him in as their manager.
I know. I remember
it
I
was
was
so
like,
strange.
I swear he was playing not too long ago as well.
He played like a month later. Then Portsmouth were like, he's not our new signing. He's our new manager. And I was like, what? I was like, I didn't know he had that credentials, but he's been unbelievable. Portsmouth as well struggled to get. They haven't been in Championship for.
No, I'm really glad to see that they've finally overtaken that hurdle because they are a big club and they deserve their
Fratton
fans,
Park in the
their
Championship
fans deserve, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Fratton Park booming on like a Friday night Championship fixture. That's what it's all about.
Friday night, it'll be like Portsmouth versus Sheffield United or something.
Portsmouth versus Leeds.
Yeah.
Well, never know.
Or Argyle. Argyle's, you never know. So yeah, that's going to be I hope Argyle do stay up to see Portsmouth because it's the.
I agree because I want to do Fratton Park. I haven't done Portsmouth away yet, so that is one that I want to get in next year. And then we moved on to the player of the season.
I went for Harrison Burrows.
Harrison Burrows, yeah.
I was going to, but again, I didn't want to be boring, just like with League Two. So I went for Mendes Lang because he got the most combined goals and assists in the league. And all of the comments on that EFL post were Mendes Lang robbed, Mendes Lang robbed, Mendes Lang robbed. So I thought, you know what we robbed in mine, Mendes? You're coming in, son.
Yeah, I don't mind that one actually. Yeah, Harrison Burrows as well, though. I think captain. I think he's 22, 23.
Yeah, 22.
So it's a young age to be captain of a well-established club and to score them goals at Wembley. I know it's not in the league, but the assists he's got as well. I mean, one of the obvious choices, but yeah, I don't hate on Mendes Lang getting it as well.
Young player of the season.
I went for Ronnie Edwards.
I went for Karamoko Dembele.
I thought I was being really niche here, and I went for Karamoko Dembele. And then both of you mentioned him in your teams, and I was like, oh, well,
I didn't know. I almost went for Karamoko Dembele, but then I thought Ronnie Edwards, for me, he's been wanted by big clubs last season, this season, and he's just proved once again why he is such a good player.
Yeah, I was going to put him in, but I didn't put him in my team, so I was like, I've got to put if I put Karamoko Dembele in my team, he ticks both boxes, so I'm going to have to stand with that as well.
Yeah, whereas I was the opposite because Karamoko wasn't in my team. I was like, I'm going to get him in as young.
Yeah, that's why I did Ronnie Edwards because I didn't put him in the team, but I thought he deserves to be.
Yeah, I think Karamoko Dembele is unbelievable, but I also Ronnie Edwards. I know he's going to go on well. I'm not saying because he's not young player of the season that he's not quality.
Oh no, absolutely not.
He's definitely going.
There's a lot of players like we've said this whole time that could have made
it in a few years.
Yeah.
In each of us.
I'm surprised if half of that Peterborough squad is there next year, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
The only thing that's probably stopping them, a lot of them leaving, is the owner going, we want 5 million for them in League One. But, there
you go.
Game's the game.
And we'll finish it off with the surprise package of the season, which I think, again, just like League Two, will be the exact same.
I went for Stevenage.
Stevenage, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go on, Steve Evans, until
he went and joined Rotherham. Disgraceful, man.
Did a brilliant job.
2 games left, I went, Stevenage done. Let me go.
He's chasing the bag, isn't he?
Yeah.
Getting ready for next season.
Poor Ruben Reid.
Yeah, I mean, I think I watched the video the other day, Levels, the Sky Bet one, where they went to Stevenage, and they've just got a really good system there, haven't they?
Yeah.
They seem to have it sorted out. Yeah, they seem to have it sorted out, and obviously Jamie Reid, he was also a striker I was looking at.
Did I say Ruben Reid? I meant Jamie Reid.
Yeah, he was almost in my team.
Ruben Reid.
Western Supermare striker, I believe he is now.
Ex-Argyle, mate.
Yeah, ex-Exeter as well.
Yeah.
Ex-Devon, every club in Devon.
Yeah. Anyway,
back to that.
Back to Jamie. He was talky as well. And he should have signed for Argyle all those years ago, but didn't.
I'm sure
went to Mansfield.
He could go now.
I don't know.
Well, if you go down, he could be.
Yeah, true.
He could be a signing.
Argyle are going to throw money at bringing him across, though.
Tenner?
Half a Mars bar. So I think that rounds it up, really, for part 1.
Yeah.
We'll be back to you very soon with part 2, which has the Championship and our Premier League team of the seasons. Thank you.